plain weave square that you didn't do texture on. For those of you out there who are cross stitchers, a plain weave square is basically Aida cloth. So if you are a cross stitcher and you want to do any kind of cross stitch, or if you're an embroiderer, you can be able to do embroidery on here. I know lots of people would like to make something and put maybe a little lazy daisy on there or something. It is basically Aida cloth. You can embroider or cross stitch straight onto there.
That is
Look at the
cool.
difference now. This is a plain weave square, which I have cross-stitched the letter on, rather than doing a textured design. Obviously, it's more pronounced. You can see it. There's more of a contrast there. So I want you to see what you can do with those.
That's great.
So there's more to creating a pattern on it than just doing the textured design. Now, we are going to actually learn to read a pattern. I'm going to teach you what the abbreviations are. And for those of you who are knitters and crocheters, I am happy to tell you that there is only just a handful of abbreviations.
Good.
Instead of gobs and gobs of abbreviations where you need like an entire sheet or an entire little dictionary of all your different abbreviations. This is going to be so simple for you, and you're going to be really happy about this. In most patterns, I'm going to put this right here so you can actually see. In most patterns, what you're going to encounter is abbreviations like U or W or O. And this is very simple. W is weave. That means doing your over-under one by one, like that. Under, we know what under means, and we know what O for over is. We know what over is. Remember, we went and we got the guy on the top floor and brought him down to the middle of the fabric, and under, we went under the guy on the bottom floor and brought him up to the middle. Remember how we did that with our plain weave square. And I will tell you something else, and you can kind of see here on the camera, the first row and the last row is always woven plain. No matter what pattern you're doing, the first and the last row are always woven plain. You need a foundation and you need an ending edge. So you have to have the first and last row woven plain. That means you're going over and under, over, under, one by one. You're not doing anything special. You're not going, on some of these, we will be going under 3 strands at a time or over 3 strands at a time, that kind of thing. But you don't do that. When you weave plain, plain means one by one, over, under, every other strand, just like we did on our basic square. So that was simple. We have 3 abbreviations we have to worry about.
I like that.
Isn't that nice?
Because knitting, sometimes you go crazy trying to figure out what they are.
Some people will say that the W is work. It's work or weave. Work plain, weave plain. Basically, it's the same thing.
With the weave, I count every thread once. So like there, you have weave 4 on row 4.
So you would, each strand is 1.
So I go 1,
1, 2,
3,
3,
4.
4.
Okay.
Yeah, like that. Exactly.
Okay.
I'm glad you asked that because I want our audience at home to be able to see this, or audience at work, wherever they may be.
Yeah, well, they may be. Do you mind answering some questions before we go into the... Deanna Helm is asking, what do we do with the 2 ends? She's excited about that.
Oh, I am so glad.